Hello, this is Leanne Jackson for Dr. K.L. Hall Speech 101 class. This is my oral history presentation speech. Here are my flashcards. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and let's begin. Name of the speech is The Adventures of the Original Christine. So, our person of interest is named Christine Jugurtha Jackson. She was born January 29th, 1950 in Henrico, Virginia, to Lee R. Jackson and Sally Tally Jackson. Christine was named by a aunt on her maternal side whose name was also Jugurtha. So there was like two Jugurthas running around. I don't think anybody else used that name after that. Let's see, she's the youngest of three. Her older siblings are Lee R. Jackson Jr., who was born in January of 1948, and Annis B. Jackson, who was born in December of 1948. So they were born in the same year, just on different ends. Let's see. Her oldest living relative that she can remember was her grandfather, who was named Harrison B. Jackson. He was married to a widower named Leanna Vanderwall, who's my namesake. Harrison was originally from Fluvanna, Virginia. He wasn't able to finish school. He worked because he came from a big family, and eventually moved up to the Henrico area where he met Leanna. Let's see, on her maternal side, on her grandmother's side, she had an Aunt Zette, who was, by that time when she was younger, was in her 80s approximately. She was blind and bedridden. My mother said she used to tell a lot of stories, but she could not remember right offhand what the stories were. So my grandfather, Lee R. Jackson, worked in factories. He was also considered a major father figure within the community and within his extended family. My grandmother worked as a housekeeper and a hairdresser. She was a multitasker. She also was the leader of the children's choir at church and the Girl Scout troop. So my mother started school in William Leroy Vanderwall Elementary. Yes, we are of his descendants. Until until high school, when she integrated the local high school, which is Douglas Southall Freeman. This is a high school whose mascot is the Rebel. Has Confederate flags in the gym. Still had Confederate flags in the gym when I went there for a couple of years. So you can imagine the tension. Integrating this school caused her to have just some apprehension when it came to dealing with people from Caucasian descent. She, even to this day, is still a little cautious, a little mistrust, and just very spooked, I guess. So after she graduated high school, she did take a small hiatus, moved up to New York, did a little soul searching, I guess you can say, and then she returned back to Virginia, to Richmond, to pursue her bachelor's of science with a specialty in special education. So she went to Virginia Commonwealth University, graduated there, and got her bachelor's, and actually hightailed it back up to New York. So with that, she then moved on to working in various locations. She worked in special ed with clients. She worked in social services. And she did various things. She had a child, which is me. And then she decided to move back down south because she felt that New York wasn't a place to raise a child. We moved back down to Richmond for a little while. Then she moved to Baltimore because she was presented with the opportunity to get a master's. Morgan State had advertised in the Afro newspaper, this is when people still read newspapers, that they were having a master's program in transportation, and the grant program where it's almost basically free for people to go. So then she went to Morgan State to receive her master's in transportation. After that, she was recruited to work for the Department of Defense of the Army as a civilian. And this started off her traveling sector of her life. So we eventually ended up in Heidelberg, Germany, where I graduated high school and where she got to travel many other places. After graduation, I left her and she actually moved to Bahrain, which is in the Middle Eastern country in Asia, and where she picked up just many new ideas from different cultures and got to grow and learn and really just experience life. She is currently now retired from FEMA, which is Department of Homeland Security. Yes, she left Department of Defense. And now she looks forward to maybe moving to a warmer place. She owns this house, and that's one of her accomplishments, owning a house and getting her 2 degrees. But she looks to one day move on to maybe a warmer place where it's warm year round. Thank you for learning about Christine. Thanks for watching.